possible. They definitely look strong, but you have to bear in mind just how many mistakes some of the other teams that used to be considered the top are making, like that draft we just saw of the one, or SPT's a little shaky play for what we've seen earlier. But now though, BTG, they are taking us to Battlefield of Eternity, very common map in most of the regions, except for Europe, because they just ban it every single time.
All right, and also we need to pray for the visas, because I would love to see BTG in full force here, right? With Locktar, with who was actually the other player who couldn't make it?
That was Druid.
Druid, oh yeah. Oh man, support like Druid is not easy to replace.
I mean, like I said, Healer Plus did a fantastic job, but there was no synergy there, as we expected.
Yeah. Still, they, as you said, performed admirably well compared to the other Chinese teams.
They performed better than any of the other Chinese teams with what we now know was one sub. Pretty good.
Crazy sauce. All right. What was the map, actually? I forgot about it.
Battlefield of Eternity.
Battlefield of Eternity. All right, cool. So, two-lane map. We see a lot of chorusing. And, man, BTG just sticks true to their motto. They don't care about Diablo or Maiev. Look at that. They're just banning out all the supports.
Well, now BTG can at least get Reyna, as Hanzo is stolen away from them, and they need some kind of a immortal race. They would have the option to take the Exterminator if they wanted, and if not, then Reyna can still duel with Hanzo very effectively.
Yeah, Hanzo, you know, sitting at a pretty decent win rate there, 58, and they take the Maiev themselves, and guess who's susceptible to that? It is Hanzo. He only has that one natural agility charge. Once that has been used, or even if he uses it while being tethered, he's going to get flung back all the way.
All right. I can respect this. The Maiev looks really strong. The very early Alexstrasza is also very interesting, but we know that Druid is quite good at it. It's not like at the level of play of his mouth, or not at the level of play, at the level of pick rate as his Malfurion, but nothing is.
You know what we have yet to see coming in from Beyond the Game on BOE? It is LLK's Alarak.
I assume he's playing the Maiev, but if he's not, then it's absolutely possible, and I would very much like it.
Yeah, put Alarak in that solo lane, although it's not really the common place for him to be anymore. He can still do it. And then you have Maiev in the 4-man. You can even switch those two and put Alarak in the 4-man, let Maiev solo, because on BOE, right, you don't have a long solo laning phase because this first Immortal is normally going to pop up after 4 minutes or so. So for this short period of time, you can definitely put a Maiev in the solo lane.
It's a cool idea. And like you said, like you said, it clears reasonably, especially if you take the physical damage at level 4. So you can actually clear the lane with okay speed. They ban out the Reyna. Fantastic hero in general, but that leaves open Phoenix, who could still very much wombo off this, depending on what tank we have to deliver the slows, but there's still Johanna available, so that's completely fine, and even Garrosh if they want. There's the Yrel, so we're unfortunately not going to see Alarak.
Yeah, very unlikely now. Yrel, though, offers other benefits, of course. She's very resilient, and the way Locktar plays her over and over again, I think he's a really good example of how a protective Yrel can have massive value during teamfights, right? There's hardly any other Yrel in China that knows when to jump into your team's backline to give them 35 armor as well as he does.
Yeah, and he was also getting very stuck in terms of the team fights, so it was very cool, making the most of that level 1 talent that we did see. And here is a Li Ming. Once again, Race still very in favor of KT, but BTG, they're not building for Race, they're building for team fight.
I wouldn't hate an Anubarak right now. Arthas, by the way, as the bruiser choice, as the solo laner choice. Now,
this is really smart. The whole point of BTG is they want to engage into KT. And KT, they know they have a better immortal race, so what do? They pick the hero that's hardest to dive into. And the better reaction for BTG is, okay, so you're going to have someone who punishes our hard engage. What if we made it so that you can't? And Tyrael is the perfect hero for that.
So I was going to say there's 2 warriors that I would have liked to see. First of all, I could have imagined an Anubarak, right? So you basically just put a cocoon on Arthas, and all of a sudden you have this brief moment of maybe engaging. The problem with that one would have been Tetra, that there was a Li Ming, right? So you pick Anubarak, and Li Ming is going to shred that cocoon with Disintegrate. So what was left? Tyrael, something that not many people have left on their radars these days, but hey, as you said, we've seen it before. You drop down the Warden's Cage, you follow it up by a Sanctification, all of a sudden, all that fighting back, all this peeling potential is no longer relevant.
And if not, then I guess they can just skip the Arthas and Judgment, whoever they want to kill, and just try and play around that. They could even just go, Containment Disc Judgment, dive who they want to kill, and just Containment Disc Arthas. Or Containment Disc the support, so there's no protection.
How are we going to see a double Containment Disc, or is BTG going for a more standard route with the Warden's Cage? Very interesting to observe this game. I already think that both teams have stable drafts, right? Super solid. Whereas KT is trying to go for more of a core, Immortal Racing kind of style. They have full-blown aggression coming in from Beyond the Game.
As much as I think Beyond the Game are going to win, I do like their draft quite a lot. That Tyrael was a home run for me. If KT win, I hope they win quick so they can just get a, pick Syndragosa and just rush a lane. It'll be awesome. But now, though, here are the teams. On the right, it is BTG with 619, LLK, Druid, Dancing, and Locktar.
And facing them is Kudos top with TWT, Kiaru, Lotus, Timeless, and Bad. And as Tetris said, you know, we've seen stranger things than Syndragosa. It was actually picked... who picked it in professional play very recently? Was it Monkey Menagerie in Europe?
Arthas?
Yeah, Arthas with Syndragosa.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. And they died. As the BTG Knockin' Orb comes out, Timeless leaps away. We're seeing the stacking Umbral Bind talent on the Maiev this time.
All right. Okay, so it basically finding clumped up opponents is the name of the game for LLK. The moment he gets 2 or more targets in one Umbral Bind, he's going to get juicy stacks. The more juicy stacks he gets, the more damage he's going to unleash with his tether.
Also, it synergizes very well with Tyrael, not just because Tyrael's going to keep LLK alive, but also due to the fact the talent is called the Bonds of Justice.
Yeah. I see what you did there.
Hey. Tyrael moves forward, finds Timeless. Timeless forced to leave, but he's just going to retake the position anyway, because he can.
Bonus shielding here, by the way, also coming in from Tyrael. Always nice to have extra shields for our good friend Phoenix, who is very, very susceptible once his shields are depleted. So yeah, Justice for All. We have seen a couple of other Tyrael builds these days, with going for Salvation, for example, for more single target protection onto himself, giving him a heal and stronger self shields. But Justice for All still remains the top choice in most cases. Now, both teams actually trying to go for their respective camps, but look at BTG. They're really starting to pose up aggressively, faking and bluffing, and actually driving KT away for now.
For now, but BTG...
are they going to get this? No way. No way!
They're holding. It's 4v3. This is so risky. Umbral Bind and the
escapes
with the Elun's Grace, and they teleport away.
For a moment, I thought Tyrael and Maiev were actually lost here. Oh, nice vault there as well by LLK. Look at the shields. Man, from start to finish, calculated plays by Beyond the Game, not losing any members recklessly.
I just called it Elun's Grace, but I apologize. It is the Eldarin's Might.
Damn.
My mistake. My mistake. I got my E's mixed up. I mean, technically, the teleport itself has its own ability. It's called the Angelic Flash. The Eldarin's Might is just throwing the sword.
All right, LLK getting focused once again, but he's waiting very patiently before he uses the Warden's Vault, because that is, especially against Li Ming, a super important ability to use to deny her potential cooldown resets. Now, Locktar against Arthas, that should be a fairly balanced matchup. Arthas, of course, very good against other melee heroes. He slows their attack speed. So yeah, nothing major should happen. Look at Timeless trying to go for a funky invade. But he's all by himself. He's not going to commit to it.
Yeah, he's here for harassment and to delay. He's not actually here for the steal because his team is miles away doing his own camp. So he's just trying to disrupt rotations, be annoying, just stuns out 619 a little bit, and will now rejoin his team. He also wants stacks to build up that Sledgehammer that he's taken at level 4.
Yeah, interesting. Timeless here going for the PvE build. Sledgehammer, as you said, more PvE damage with every Stormbolt that connects. Gives them a little bit of extra racing. Not really sure if they need to go that route because they already have Li Ming, they already have Hanzo, but you know, it's definitely not bad to have that.
It does mean you miss out on the Thunderburn though, which actually removes some survivability for late. Lotus is absolutely dead. Nice little Umbral Bind there by LLK.
And that's exactly how you're starting to get kills with a composition like that. You're not really strong when it comes to racing because you only have Phoenix and a Maiev. But you want to get those kills, you want to shut down the enemy heroes that can race very well, like that Hanzo, for example, and then you're going to take a lead in terms of immortal progress. But already Bad and the other members of KT posturing up and getting... oh my goodness, it's almost dead even. Holy cow, 5 HP difference.
Pretty close as the stun comes out. And as such, BTG looks like they're going to move on to the defensive position, realizing just how much race potential KT have. They're going to try and fight them over the Immortal, exactly what their comp was built for.
Yeah, that's exactly how you do it. All you need to do is give LLK that good angle, that good moment where he catches someone like Li Ming, like Hanzo, and then you basically snowball from there. But Phoenix, look at that. This is a 4 versus 5 hold. Phoenix is trying to slowly but surely chip down the red Immortal.
And he is doing so, but Arthas and Timeless are causing so much pressure that the Immortal, they've finally been able to move forward. Good knockback into the Immortal stun. The Immortal is 1, but kills will be acquired by BTG.
Here goes 1. Only 1, though. Only the support. I don't think that was enough. I don't think BTG is happy with that. They wanted to get at least a second one. Karazim with a low death timers will be back most likely, but let's see if Kudos top is actually able to support this push, right? No, looks like they can't support it. So in the end, it was a good outcome anyways for BTG.
Timeless was looking to harass 619 even more and just stop him porting back. As Lockstar hovers in this bottom lane.
Beautiful wings. Love looking at them.
And they're gone. Where do they go? Who knows? As Lockstar
back to the light.
Back to the light. 619 chases forwards. He also has beautiful wings, as he's gone for the separate game, which is correct if you like wings.
All right, Tetra, did you see how fast that Immortal fell? So it was almost like KT never even got one. They lost Karazim. The rest of them was so hurt in terms of mana and health deficits that they had to go back and heal. So it's almost like this Immortal never happened. And yeah, beyond the game, slowly but surely establishing a pretty tremendous lead. Look at that damage on 619, though. If the trap snaps, and if all the abilities land by Hanzo, by Li Ming, they're going to have an astounding amount of burst damage.
They really do. Here we're seeing the huge value of that given the axe from Timeless there, burning through the entire Shield of Dancing with the help of TWTWT as they put more pressure onto this lane as LLK is going to try and finish off Lotus. Good bind, and he's goodbye.
Super solid. There goes Maiev again. LLK is cleaning house. 2 kills in a row go to Maiev. And he's basically saying, you know what, guys? You played Maiev last game. I'm going to show you how it's done properly. And, yep. Hey, I mean, that's exactly what he's doing.
It is indeed. He's looking solid as we see Dancing tearing through this minion wave in that phase bomb mode, sticking with it. We're working on the towers. Finally swaps to the rapid attack as the gate goes down with his help, so we can focus on the single tower instead.
All right, the towers go down, and 10 is getting ever so close here for Beyond the Game. Beautiful dodge and jukes by LLK. No matter how hard they try to bring down that Maiev, they're not going to be able to successfully do so. TWT even needs to use the Earth Ally here to keep Timeless and Merton alive.
Oh my god, Lockstar is going pretty ham onto Timeless, but it was not enough. Timeless barely able to stay alive throughout all of this. Very good job there. But it's given BTG some time to finally get a bit of a head start for themselves.
Yeah, this time they're definitely the ones in the driver's seat in terms of, you know, immortal damage. They're there first. The enemies only now group themselves up here. Li Ming arriving way too late to the party, just like Hanzo. And with a pretty significant lead, they can probably now even just try to finish it off. If they don't want to fight without tens, or they can once again try to defend it. Positioning actually favors BTG pretty hard now, if they want to go defensive first. And here goes the level 10, and they're about to blow the whistle.
Here comes a salvo. Timeless gets deleted, but the Cleansing Flame will not be enough to finish off the Karazim, but it will be enough to guarantee BTG this objective. In the meantime, though, KT, they do sneak away a mercenary camp to get at least a little bit of counter pushing.
That Fallen Shaman camp is going to do a little something for them here. Hey, look at that Immortal. Super powerful. They get their own camp. They started before the Immortals were killed. So that's really smart, because otherwise those mercenaries would have disappeared. So perfect map rotations, perfect map control here by Beyond the Game up to this point. And some of those important cooldowns, Tetra, are still ready. Warden's Cage, Sanctification, most importantly.
Yeah, they've been able to hold on to those, and they can try and just get another wombo. It's only 30 seconds until salvo as well, and they all begin to group up. Yrel not there. It looks like she is going to rotate down, though. Timeless.
Incoming. Timeless in trouble. Does have level 10, though. Avatar being popped.
Warden's Cage, Sanctification. TWT is able to escape. Timeless dropped low, but also makes it through. They just bash into the wall over and over again before they're able to escape the cage. And they are able to kill off only Arthas so far, but Timeless still not in the best position. Salvo very nearly catches him,
Salvo.
and the Salvo just enough to kill back.
Got him! That's exactly what Phoenix wanted to achieve here. Beautiful timing there as well. And once again, Tetra. I mean, look at the BTG sprays. They're just enjoying themselves here on BOE. But also, that sanctification, protecting everybody. The Dragon's Arrow just whiffing completely through. That was just so cool. I would have loved to see a replay there.
Timeless looking to at least ruin the 0 death spree of BTG, but he's denied by Lokhtar, applying the armor. The Immortal a little low, but they're still going to try and move in. Can BTG end the game here?
All right, that is a deadly onslaught. If only BTG can find more kills, they're probably going to be able to finish this game off. Arthur's in trouble. Takes so much damage.
He's going down, getting sniped by the Cleansing Flame. Everyone looks healthy. Only Dancing Shield really missing. Timeless gets bodied by the pull-in. A nice Dragon Arrow, but it's too little, too late. As BTG burn down the core. Dancing! What a feeder! No death spree has been ended by KT. And though the win streak continues, Dancing reacting appropriately, as we see BTG taking game number 2 and the full 3 points.
Yeah, please report Dancing here. He ruined the perfect streak of BTG, potentially going for a 4-0 in terms of perfect games. Boy, oh boy, what a performance, Tetcher. Beyond the game, they're just a wrecking ball, a juggernaut. Who's going to stop them?
I don't know. It's going to have to be someone if they want any chance of really getting at least 2 spots available to go to BlizzCon. Because right now, BTG, they are looking amazing. They're at 12 points at the top of the table now. A solid 3 points ahead of Super Perfect Team, which is a huge deal as they were their closest rivals. No, wait, 4 points. They're 4 points ahead of Super Perfect Team.
That's crazy. Tetcher, I know we've been partners in crime for a long time now, you know, casting HGC China on a regular basis. And we're going to ask you this one question. Is BTG looking the best any Chinese team has ever looked in the league?
Yes, they don't look anywhere near as messy. They seem to have very simple strategies that are just working out. Lokhtar's fitting in very well. They're not overextending too much. I think they're making the plays they need to make. It's either... I don't know what to say. They're playing incredibly well. I would like to see them be a bit more open with their hero picks. Like, I want to start seeing that in a Zebo if we see Sergeant Hammer, for example. But so far, their counters have been working. I'm just wondering if they're prepared for a more higher skilled team, like a Korean team or a European team, to have those picks prepared for it.
Right. See, that's like the big question here. How well is BTG preparing and gearing up for an international tournament, which, if they continue to play like this, they're almost guaranteed to qualify for? And of course, we're talking about the most important tournament of the year in terms of prestige and esports glory. It is BlizzCon, right? So are they already practicing against other Korean teams? Are they practicing against the top echelon teams of China? Well, very likely. But I really want them to get this additional input, you know, from Korea, from the superior Asian region. That would be so nice. Maybe even get a coach in there. You know, at this point, you're like, all right, we're investing. Just fly someone over there. Or maybe even take a Chinese coach. Who knows?